Hello, it's Mrs. Jones here. I thought I would get on YouTube today and share something that's worked really well in my classroom. Sorry if my fingers keep going in the camera. With helping students with multi-step word problems. Our students come from our awesome third grade team, and they have lots and lots of strategies, but they still come in the beginning of fourth grade, and they're very literal thinkers when it comes to a word problem like this that has multiple steps. And let me show you what the third grade teachers have taught them how to do and how we've built upon that. So the third grade teachers have taught them how to start by circling numbers. So they start with circling all the numbers, and then they look for number words. So we have words like first again, we have third, we have second, here's second again. Oh, sorry if I keep going out of frame here. Then we have first, and then we have three. Then they teach them to box important math words. So they've learned important math words like more. Here's more again. Question words like how many. They're probably going to box something like cell. In third grade, by the way, they do these in colors. In fourth grade, we just have them do it with their pencil. And then they underline the question. So I had lots of students coming into fourth grade doing this very, very well. And then all they would do is they would maybe add all three of those numbers together because they're still very literal thinkers at the beginning of fourth grade. So this is how we built upon this. And what we call this in my classroom is backwards design. So once they've identified all that information, they take an extra look at this final question. How many cupcakes did the shop sell in the first 3 months? And then below this line, eventually I have them draw the line, but at first I have it here. And I ask them to find out, well, what are you going to need in words to solve this problem? Well, obviously, if it says, how many did the shop sell in 3 months, you need the first month. You need the second month. And you need the third month. And once you get all those months together, you're going to have to add them together. So this is what I need to find out for my problem. Once I've determined this final equation just in words, then at the top of my graphic organizer, now I know how many equations I'm going to need. So I divide the top based on how many months. And again, I label them first, second, and third. Now this is a lot of writing, I realize that. When I'm teaching this at first, I actually do it with no numbers at all, just blanks. Then I have them graduate to using a calculator to do all the calculation. They still have to do all the writing, and eventually we get to the point of writing. All right, so now let's look at our problem, and let's see if we can figure out the first month. Betsy's Cupcake Shop sold 2,145 cupcakes during its first month. Awesome sauce. I'm going to write it here. And then I'm going to write it down here again. Awesome. So for that first month, I don't need to do any math. Woohoo! I love math with no math. All right, let's find the second month. The second month, it sold 976 more cupcakes than the first month. So that means I have to take the first month and add the second month. So that means the second month, and make sure to line these up. 3,121. Now the third month. The third month, it sold 1,343 more cupcakes than the second month. So now I'm going to have to take my second month number and add to it. And then I'm going to write it down here at the bottom. Now I can solve my final problem. And then I'm going to add my word answer, word problem, word answer. So that's how backwards design works. The students start by just finding all that information. Then they create their problem with words, the final problem. Then they divide the top with the number of problems they're going to need to solve to get these answers. And again, this could be 3 or 5 or 2, depending on your problem. And then they find the individual problems and add them together. In this case, we're working just on addition multi-step problems, but this actually works for any multi-step problems. I have found that the students who do this faithfully and use this strategy are extremely successful with these long, involved multi-step word problems. So I've also created a product based on our backwards design on Teachers Pay Teachers. It has both a blank no number version and a version with word problems with numbers. And I hope this helps you in being able to solve problems using a backwards design. TTFN, ta-ta for now.